talking to my personal gold guide, Mike Fuljenz, president at Universal Coin and Bullion, who also is, of course, one of our great partners here on KSFO. Mike, I oftentimes am asked by people who have yet to get a free copy of your wonderful gold guide. They want to know, okay, so Brian, the process, if I'm going to purchase gold through UCB, how does this work? Now, it's all explained in the gold guide, but I think this is really interesting because it speaks volumes as to the professionalism that goes along with a purchase through UCB from my point of view.
Well, first you have to contact us. Generally it's by phone, it's toll free, and our account representatives explain the process to you. If you place an order, it is a recorded conversation with a script to assure that communication is good, and if you think that something is not what you thought it should be, we can replay the conversation to you to make sure that it's what you wanted, and then your order is shipped by express mail. Typically it gets there in one day. We have a tracking number, and you know your product is safely there. It's not like the checks in the mail. Right. We have a tracking number for you, Brian.
You know, that's amazing because I remember when I made my first purchase through UCB, I was told that the gold would arrive in a certain amount of time, and guess what? The gold arrived before the deadline. I was just so pleased to know that this is an operation, this is an organization, this is a company that is so concerned with promptness and professionalism. I received my gold like that. It was a thrill.
Well, we generally have it on hand. We have a multi-million-dollar inventory, so we can ship immediately when we have good funds in-house. Now, a check has to take time to clear, but if you wire the money, if you use a credit card companies require shipment within a 24 to 48 hour period. And because we inventory, we ship quicker and we get early pick of the best products for you other than people who have to have it shipped in after the order's placed.
Now, you mentioned products available. There are a variety of different types of gold one can buy, correct?
Correct. You can buy the leading gold bullion coins. The American Eagle is my personal favorite, but the American Buffalo, the Maple Leaf from Canada. Krugerrands are not as much in favor now as they used to be, but the Philharmonic from Austria for the bullion. In the rare coins, we specialize in coins I wrote books on, like the $20 Liberty gold piece, the $10 Indian, the $5 Indian, and the Quarter Eagle $2.50 Indian.
Now, this is something that's very important because you have written books on this topic. You're not a sales guy who just happens to be this year selling gold. You've been doing this for a long time. And when I tell our listeners that you wrote the book on gold, in many ways you have, Mike.
Well, on many series I have, and I've been fortunate, as you have in your life, to win awards from our industry standard, the Numismatic Literary Guild, which have the editors and publishers on all things written on coins. And 3 of my books have won Book of the Year awards in a specialized category from the NLG.
Now, talk to me about storing gold, because this is very important, and this is something that's mentioned in the Gold Guide, of course. But a lot of folks wonder, okay, when I buy my gold from UCB, where do I put it?
Well, I recommend putting it in a safety deposit box. Now, you may keep a small portion at home like Scrooge McDuck. You might want to hold it in your hand at night. But really, I advise people to keep it in a safety deposit box because if a hurricane comes along in Texas or an earthquake in San Francisco, there's too much to risk from robbery or any other factor. Keep it in a safety deposit box. I've never had a client lose their gold or gold coins who've kept it in a safety deposit box.
Excellent. UCB, of course, my choice for gold. Mike, always a pleasure having you on the broadcast.
Right back at you, Brian.